Hi everyone, my name is Ms. Shiva and I'm here with Kansas City Public Schools, and today we're going to continue learning about ecosystem. After this video, you will be able to explain that every organism has very specific role in ecosystem. You will be able to identify that specific role, what organisms are the producers, consumers, and what organisms are decomposers in ecosystem, and you will be able to describe how energy derived from the sun is used by plants to produce sugar and is transferred within a food chain from producers to consumers. Okay guys, let's go ahead and revisit what is an ecosystem. We learned it last video. An ecosystem is an environment where living and non-living things interact with each other. When you look at the world around you, how do you group what you see? What is living and what is non-living thing? It may sound simple, but it is sometimes difficult to decide whether something is truly alive or not. All right, guys, let's look at our miniature ecosystem we have created last time. Our ecosystem model is doing really well. We can observe living things such as plants. There is a microorganisms. We can't really see them with a bare eye. And so you can see non-living things there as well, such as soil, water, air, and sun. As a plant loses some leaves, they are broken down by bacteria and it's become a nutrient for the soil so the plant can use it to survive. With the right balance, the ecosystem inside of this glass jar survive for years. All living things have common characteristics. And if you look at all these examples, you might tell, really? I don't see any common characteristics between human and animals and plants. So they have ability to grow and develop. They all have ability to respond to their environment. In this slide, you can see example of hibernation and their response to the changing environment, such as cold weather. And they have ability to reproduce, to have offsprings. All living things can be divided in three groups: producers, which are plants, green plants, consumers, and decomposers. You already know that all living things need energy to grow and survive. Energy gives us the power to do things. But how producers, consumers, and decomposers get their food? Everything starts from the sun. The sun is the main source of energy for ecosystems. Plants are producers. They can use the sun's energy to produce their own food. Plants use the process called photosynthesis to produce their own food. Consumers cannot produce food directly from the sun energy. They must eat other organisms, such as plants and animals, to get energy. When organisms die or produce waste, decomposers break them apart into nutrients, food again. Examples of decomposers are bacteria, worms, and mushrooms. All the energy we get from food can be traced back to the sun. How? Producers need the sun energy for photosynthesis process when they create their own food. In our example, a consumer, which is rabbit, eats grass and is got eaten by another consumer, which is wolf. If wolf dies, its body can be break down by decomposers. In our examples, they are worms. Let's go ahead and look at example which we can relate to. Plants or grass gets energy from the sun. It's got eaten by consumer caterpillar, and caterpillars got eaten by turkey. And guess what? We eat turkey, so we are consumers as well. Here's your homework. Please create your list of producers, consumers, and decomposers and explain how they connected with each other. And important, don't forget that everything starts from the sun. All right, let's summarize. Today we have learned that every organism has a very specific role in an ecosystem, such as producers, consumers, and decomposers. We also learned that everything starts from the sun. And we also can explain now how the energy from the sun transferred to producers and consumers. Observe your environment, guys, and find your very own examples of producers and consumers. Explain how they connected to each other and how they all connected to the sun. And this is all I have for today, and I will see you in the next video.